Hello everyone, this is Mike, aka Rabbi, aka The Haunted Drive-In. I don't normally get in front of the camera, but I've accomplished something today and I really want to share it with everybody. After years, literally years of just kind of living in boxes, not wanting to unpack for a whole host of practical and psychological reasons, I've finally finished organizing and cleaning my office. And it's a big step in getting my house lived in. So I'm going to share it with all of you, kind of show off my collection a bit. If you get easily sick from shaky cam, maybe don't watch most of this, because it's all just handheld on my phone here. But if you dig seeing people's shelfies, here we go. This is my office. We turn this way, we see the closet, which is still kind of a mess. That entire corner right there is unbuilt Lego. I work as a Lego employee when there's not a pandemic going on, so I have a lot of sets unbuilt because of time, and I'm not sure where they will go. Down here is my Disney pin collection. I've been collecting and trading Disney pins since before Disney made it a thing. So this is most of them. There's some more elsewhere, but this is about 25 years of pin collecting right here. So the big deal, of course, are these shelves. I had a family friend custom build them. They were not part of the house. Just having them anchored to the floor and then coming out from the wall here. So I'm going to talk about a bit of these. Obviously, I have themed shelves. We've got Scooby-Doo. We've got Disney's Haunted Mansion. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, Star Wars, The Simpsons, Futurama, just kind of the matte graining shelf. Groaning, I'm positive. I have a Halloween and Christmas shelf year-round. Those make me really happy. This was going to be a DC shelf, but it's kind of just Batman. I get the Batman stuff. What can I say? And then over here, you have Marvel, of which I'm a huge fan. Down here is video games, clearly. Mostly Nintendo, but you see some other things. The idea is the 80s going into the 90s. It's not super great as a shelf theme, but you know, they make me happy. And of course, Jim Henson Productions, all my Sesame Street, Muppets, Fraggle Rock stuff. Clearly, I need way more Jim Henson stuff. Not nearly enough for this shelf. If we go over this way, of course you have, your horror and sci-fi. Big genres in my life. And there's some more of that over here, along with classic cartoons, Nickelodeon and Looney Tunes, things like that. More horror here. A dedicated Tim Burton shelf. He is my favorite director alive. I've always liked his work. Even when the movies aren't great, they're still very cool to look at. And this is an awesome sticker that a friend of mine made. Here's a better look at the Star Wars shelf. This is my beverage vault. A friend of mine coined that term. And just, out of production or hard to find drinks, a couple snacks back there. This right here, this is the Coca-Cola grenade from the Star Wars land in Walt Disney World. They also make a Diet Coke and a Sprite, I think. But this soda cost me like $8, so I just got the one. This right here is my bookshelf, which is mainly cartoons and trade paperbacks of comic books, you know, some horror, of course. A lot of different things. Handful of DVDs. Most of my DVDs are in a case downstairs. This is Eddie. Eddie likes to watch movies with me. Even when it's not 3D, he has his glasses on. Then I've got a pretty substantial board game collection, old and new. See here, it goes this direction. Yeah, War on Terror, I had seen in the background of the sitcom The IT Crowd for years, and when I realized it was an actual game, I hunted it down on eBay. It's super complicated. It is a ridiculously complicated game, so I haven't had the chance to play it yet. Then, with more custom shelving, this is the majority of my VHS collection. I do have it grouped by genre. Horror first, then we go over to sci-fi, and then we get into action-adventure, and superhero movies, and comedy. And at the very end, some musicals. I have way more VHS than this, but this is all I have the room for at the time. I've got a few still in package action figures hanging up here. Hellboy, The Goon, Army of Darkness, and, you know, Spawn. Which, love the character or hate the character, Spawn had some of the coolest action figures of the 90s. McFarlane Toys knew what they were doing. One of my built Lego sets right here, Apocalypseburg from Lego Movie 2. It is a fantastic build, and obviously it just looks super cool. Couple other things. I love this Burbs standee that I have. You never see merchandise for the Burbs. So when I saw this at a convention a few years ago, I had to have it. The complete set of Burger King Universal Monsters toys. They all still work, except for Frankenstein. The little light doesn't light up on the table. But all the mechanisms with Dracula and the Wolfman still work, and they are just fantastic. Super happy to have those. So this was a video tour of my office, which, like I said, had just been recently cleaned. It took some time, and it took some effort. You could say maximum effort. Super happy to have the things and the home that I do, and I hope you enjoyed this little tour. Later.